While alcohol does not get turned into fat directly, it does affect your body composition. One reason is that alcohol intake actually slows down your metabolism for 24 hours after you've consumed it, which is crazy. Another reason is it lowers your inhibition, and in particular, lowers your inhibition around food choices. So you're much less likely to make a good choice both in that same day you're drinking, but also sometimes the very next day. And another way that it can slow down your metabolism is by disrupting your sleep cycle. So you might experience that you fall asleep just fine, but you will not be able to achieve a deep sleep nearly as long and nearly as deep as you would otherwise. And this will definitely slow down your metabolism further. Also, when you drink alcohol, your body has to metabolize it. It has to get it out of your system. And that takes a lot of cellular energy. And so this cellular energy can take up precious resources away from other things that your body might prefer to do, like making muscle. You're also less likely to make good choices for the entire next day around activities. So, if you wake up not feeling particularly good after drinking, you're much less likely to engage in a workout you had planned or even other activities that just might have been more active. You're much more likely to just be sedentary or not as active as you would have been otherwise. And even if you do follow through with a workout, there's no way that you're going to be able to get the same amount out of the effort that you put in. You're just not going to have the energy to put as much into a workout as you would have if you had not drinking the day before. So, for these reasons, it is best to have as little alcohol as possible, but I know that's not realistic for everybody also. But you have to make a conscious decision on what the benefits versus the costs are. And so, if you are going to consume alcohol, for one thing, it is best to do less consumption on a daily basis, and it's actually better to drink more at one time. Of course, that's within reason. I'm not suggesting you go binge drink alcohol, but if you're going to have one, two, or even three drinks, it's best to do that all in one day than to have one drink daily over the course of a whole week. Because each time you have that one drink, you slow down your metabolism. So if you're doing that every single day, you're slowing down your metabolism for a long period of time. It's also good to just check in with why you're drinking. What is your motivation? And just see if there's a different habit that you can engage in that's just a little bit healthier for you. So, a common reason people drink, and one reason why I used to drink more alcohol, was I felt like it helped in the transition from work to home. It helped me de stress. And today, I have found that there are some other tools that are just as effective but don't have as much of a long term cost. So, that might be going for a short walk, it might be doing a stress reduction technique like a visualization. But for me, my favorite is just listening to an audiobook. I look forward to the end of the day so I can turn on my audiobook within 5-10 minutes of getting into a book that I really enjoy. I have forgotten the stress of my day, and I don't need to drink alcohol to make that transition anymore. So, another good strategy is to just make sure that you have your food planned for the day that you're drinking and the day after, and you stick with that plan. So many of us have woken up after drinking and found that we want to have something unhealthy. We want something greasy, rich, just something that is going to fill up our stomachs in a way that maybe we wouldn't have wanted to otherwise. So instead of sticking with our nice, healthy protein shake that we normally drink, we're much more likely to get a breakfast that is less healthy for us. So just know that you're going to have that impulse and make some strategies to avoid giving in. So set yourself up for success by having healthy snacks for you to eat after you've drinking that night, and also the next day, stick to your plan on the food that you have for that day. If you stop drinking as early as possible in the evening, that's another strategy for minimizing the impact on your sleep. It's not going to reduce the impact altogether, but it can make it so you're more likely to get into a deep sleep, because hopefully you will have processed some of that alcohol out by the time you've gotten to bed. Also, make sure that when you are drinking alcohol, it's with a meal that's really well balanced in protein, fat, and complex carbohydrates. So balance your macros, have your alcohol, make sure you have a healthy snack if you're going to have one, and stick with your routine meals the next day. Another good tip is to choose alcohol that's less sugary. So, for example, choosing some clear spirits like vodka or gin and having that with a sparkling water. So, this is going to add less sugar into the equation of the whole alcohol consumption and is going to have less impact overall. And if you want to know more things about metabolism, then go to my metabolic reset program and check it out. And I will teach you more about metabolism than you ever thought you'd want to know.